first, we got a couple guests, Tim, we got to get to. Our first guest is going to be Michael Yoshida. He's going to talk about NASA coming up here because it's been a really busy year for space exploration. We've had all of this great stuff with Artemis I, now Artemis II, and they are unveiled, I should say, Artemis III's crew, which is hopefully going to come up next year, and it's going to launch a new space age, which is really going to accelerate all of this coming up in the next couple of years.
A historic launch, moon base unveiling, and new crew announcement.
We are in a golden age of exploration.
Astronaut Kjell Lindgren says just as his imagination was captured by watching the Apollo astronauts, decades later, a new generation is seeing what's possible.
It is the human and human spaceflight that makes the endeavor so challenging, but it is also the human and human spaceflight that makes it so compelling.
Helping make that connection, NASA's embracing digital media. In 2025, the agency overhauled its social media strategy to better connect with audiences, an effort evident during Artemis II, bringing people along for the ride in ways prior moon missions couldn't.
How cool is that? We get their playlists, we get to see their videos, we get to follow along. You know, the little things that happen during the mission make it real.
NASA's Najud Moranci says going beyond polished, perfectly curated, influencer-type content and sharing real, organic moments and emotions is key.
It's the crew being excited about seeing flashes of micrometeoroids on the moon, the bottle of Nutella floating through the cabin. It's those little things that I think have the most impact.
And for those inspired, but aren't sure where they might fit in this new world of space exploration,
I hope they just keep following along and then let their curiosity guide them. There are so many avenues to supporting this, and it's not just the traditional engineering and scientist roles.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
And when you talk about trying to reach that new generation of young people, Space Camp, which Artemis II astronaut Christina Cook actually attended 5 times as a child, the camp tells me they saw a 122% increase year over year in camp registrations in the month after Artemis II. The camp says obviously a lot of things play into that jump, but no question the Artemis mission was a factor. They say they also got a big uptick in calls from parents who now suddenly had children that were curious about space, and they're trying to figure out what options were available to them this summer. Brad, Tim?
Michael, I remember wanting to go to space camp as a kid. I'm jealous of all these guys that get to go now. I'm curious, as the space is changing, AI is coming about nowadays, what kind of skills are they looking for the next generation of people that want to get involved in space exploration?
For sure. It was something I was curious about because, right, we hear about AI, new technologies impacting our own careers and industries. So if you are young and curious about space exploration, what might the astronaut or other support role look like 15, 20, 30 years from now? And talking with Kjell Lindgren, a NASA astronaut, and others with the agency, they say, yes, we're newbies when it comes to deep space exploration. There's going to be a lot of new technologies, including AI, when we're going to the moon again and then eventually to Mars, but they really wanted to hit on the point that there are some timeless DNA, if you will, that will always be relevant when it comes to NASA and space exploration, that being the ability to adapt to things in different environments, thinking through problems, having the ability to look at different situations and find solutions. Yes, there'll be new technologies, there'll be new machines that maybe can get those equations and math answers faster, but at the end of the day, they say those things, the ability to go through challenges, work with others, and adapt to situations will always be key, whether you want to be the one actually going into space or maybe being here on the ground, just helping to support from afar.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm with you, Tim. I wanted to go to space camp too, so I'm kind of jealous of all of those individuals. Thanks a lot, Michael.